That was my first glitch. Okay, let's start again.
I'm using my brain, hold on.
I think I finished every sentence with so yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Cut. That is a cut. That cannot go into the video. It's a fun stat, but every PPA mixed finals I've won, I've fallen face first on the court. That's my statistic.
Well, never all. No, she's okay.
Yapping with Katy, take one. I'm Katy Hart. I'm probably the loudest pickleball player in Australia. I live here on the Gold Coast. I've been playing pickleball for about 3 years and I've been playing full-time from 2025. We all know Mike. He's been coaching me tennis since I was 11. Went back to the States and came back with pickleball and brought it to the tennis center we were training at. I didn't pick it up for a while because I just thought it was a stupid sport and I was still playing tennis, but over time he broke me down to play just some mixed with him, so that's how I started pickleball. I would just go to tournaments just to play mixed with Mike, and then so that's sort of how I picked up pickleball. And I met Rose, so it made it like a lot easier because I had someone to play with. Yeah, that's how I started pickleball after 15 years of tennis.
We're down here at Momentum Sport where I do all my strength and conditioning training. We're in Burley. I'm here like 2-3 times a week with my trainer Wade. There's been a changer this year for me. It's been about 6 months I've been working here and it's been great.
Running like Usain Bolt, swimming if I can't float. With it, take the paper, rip it clean slate. Here we go, dropping like Geronimo, popping Tropicana flows, boats till we bubble up, undercover.
First week of October is like our national, so it's like for a lead up for that. Like,
Yeah, sweet.
She's in Pimpama.
Yeah, okay,
That's
sick.
good.
That's cool.
20 minutes away.
That's cool.
It's easy.
That beats all the travel you've had to do so far. Okay, so for our strength component, obviously with gameplay tomorrow plus your training load today, we're going to reduce volume significantly. We're only going to do 2 sets. So first of all, we examine the sport, the movement, the common patterns that are within the sport. Then we will go through a movement screen with the athlete. Obviously, all athletes are very, very different. Katy is a large human, nice and tall. Her reach is one of her major skill sets. So she outlines to me the strengths and weaknesses in her game. So we want to make her strengths even stronger and we want to improve on those weaknesses. Now, reach was one of those things that was a strength for you. Your power was one of your strengths, and she outlined that movement could be better, speed could be better, mobility could be better. So those were the key components where these are the needs, and then I have a look at the human movement of Katy. We go through a movement screen and say, okay, why can't you move like that, or why is that speed not there? And we put that into a program, and that's where we roll.
Today we were getting me ready for the matches on the weekend, less of the strength stuff and a bit more of the power movements, to just prep my body after a lot of travelling recently. It's just nice to get back moving, my mobility up and my power. We specifically worked on like my explosive movements through all my slams on the wall and my ball slams into the floor, just to get the blood flowing, get the quick twitch fibers moving. This year I've seen a decrease in injuries, but also like just strength on court. I'm moving better, playing better singles especially, and I'm just feeling a bit more stable like at the kitchen line and stuff with my strength. We're all done here at Momentum and we're heading off to KTV for a drilling session. KTV drilling with Liam, one of the young players here in Oz. Just getting ready for the tournament, getting our iron for singles tomorrow. And yeah, we got PPA Queensland Slam this weekend and the first round of the second season of MLP Australia. We've been in a bit of a tournament block, so
Now we're just trying to drill and get back to some consistency, because I usually find after a tournament block I'm a bit rusty on just the simple things because you don't hit as many balls. So the last couple of days of being home, me and Liam have just done a lot of drilling, trying to hit a lot of balls, trying to get used to the left side a little, work on my forehand, speed ups, and my footwork. Leading up to the APC, I've been working a lot on my backhand, my two-handed backhand roll in the kitchen to be able to change up my spots. So usually from the right side, being able to play it line and cross with a bit more disguise rather than trying to show such a tell, which hopefully will help me once we get there. When we're looking for a training partner, it's someone who wants to work hard and doesn't matter on the level so much. It's just putting in the effort, wanting to help each other. Pickleball is still such a new sport that me and Liam have been drilling a lot together recently, that we know what each other need to work on as well, so we can help point out things to each other that maybe you won't notice by yourself. You gotta have a bit of fun out here too. Liam's a really easy target to body bag.
Okay, let's see one.
What?
That's the cameraman.
Nearly got the cameraman. Just having a quick sneak peek at the Glory's team for this weekend. Oh, that wasn't very good.
It's definitely not looking too good.
Gotta go over the net, Freddie. This is my signature paddle from Maxwell. I've been with them for 2025 and hopefully we'll continue our partnership into the future. They've made me my own signature paddle now. It's a great paddle. I've been love playing with it. It's been about a month I think I've had it. It's got good control and power. Like, it's not too powerful where I feel like I can't control it, like the kitchen line and stuff, but it has enough power, but I don't really need too much extra, so I think it suits me well. We're wrapped up here at KTV and we're going to head home and have some lunch and rest for a bit before afternoon training.
Oh my god, wait, I have to film this myself. This is Cooking with Katie, take one. Do I have to say take two now? Do I have to expose myself? For lunch I'm making chicken pesto pasta salad. It's probably a staple, but usually I actually use tuna because that's just like so much easier, but making it with chicken today. My typical diet is usually everything. I try to cook everything myself just because I feel better off the fresh foods, and usually eating out just makes me feel bad. That's why when we travel I find it really hard to eat, so I actually usually travel, if we go internationally, with my own food for the most part to eat. But nothing really changes before a tournament. I try to focus on a lot of protein and stuff after a big day like today. I've done gym and I'll do 2 sessions, so I've always been into cooking since I was a kid and I've always enjoyed it, and it's always been a big part of my family. All my brothers like to cook, so yeah.
I'm Katy Hart, Katie's mom, and a very, very proud mom too. It was a very, very, very busy lifestyle, having older brothers, and they adored her too. So she grew up in a very happy environment. She went, I wanted her to play tennis. So we got her on court with Danny, and she really didn't like it. She performed every time. Anyway, eventually she loved it. She really was fiery. They knew when Katy Hart was on court, one of the umpires said, "Zip it one day, Hayley, zip it."
I've always been a fiery competitor since I was playing tennis. I think it comes from, having 5 older brothers. My household was always loud and competitive, never anything against the opponent. It's always to myself, and I think that's just how I get myself pumped up.
Yeah, when it was a change to pickleball, I wasn't quite sure at first, but now I really think she's made the good move.
Trying to calm myself down, pumping myself up with that fire competitive is probably my best way. Trying to just put a wall up and focus on myself on court is how I try to avoid getting into it too much. So I quit tennis at the end of 2022 just because it was becoming too expensive and there's not enough, at that low level tennis, not enough reward to try to play professionally.
And then in 2023, I was still deciding sort of what I was doing. I was like going to uni, but we played Slam Jam at the start of 2023, and like I played really well, and I was like, oh, this is actually like fun and really enjoyable. And then Rose started playing a lot more, and we became close, and we started playing women's. The first PPL happened, so there was prize money, so then it just started. I think I just flowed into it naturally, sort of from there. It's definitely easier not transitioning between the both, and I feel like I play better pickleball when I'm not playing tennis, but tennis is like, I love tennis and I love coaching it, so I choose to keep it in my days, but it's a lot easier to actually go from tennis to pickleball. I really struggle with the pickleball back to tennis because I start doing weird pickleball-like things on the tennis court. I was selected straight away into like our first season of MLP here in Oz, but I don't think I ever took it too seriously at first. But I think when I started to take it seriously and think that like it was a real sport was actually when Joey came over and we played our first mixed at the PPL in Sydney and we won. So my silver necklace with my tennis rackets on, I've been wearing since grade 7, which I think is like 11, 12. I was given it to my family friend, and so I became a good luck charm with tennis rackets. I remember clearly one time I was going to my first international tournament for tennis when I was 15, and I was leaving through this house and it broke, and Mum safety pinned it together, and we made like a chain out of safety pins, and I wore it with safety pins because the charm is like the most important part, and I've just never taken it off in however many years, 11 years. This is where I get my most attention on Instagram, is where I post like my food. Now we're gonna head upstairs and have a look at my wardrobe. Welcome to my closet. This is all of my skirts and dresses that I've pretty much worn all of these on the pickleball court. So I've had this Lulu skirt since I was, like 12, 13-ish, and it's where I won my first PPA mixed with Joey in. This is one of my favorite dresses from 11𝐷. They're a company based out in Italy. They make some of the most fun and gorgeous dress colors. And then we have Maxwell's new line coming out of clothing. They haven't released yet, but they've got dresses. They also have some fun skirts coming in different colors. So I was wearing that this morning while training. And then we even have a different section for where I keep all my tops and training shorts and our new Rush uniforms. This is all like my tops I wear on court. Again, we got some new Maxwell pieces coming out in fun colors. Then over here, I keep all of my Rush uniforms from the original years to now. We've got new Rush bottoms to make the outfit a little more fun. So we've got the nice pink skirt, and then I'm chucking the boys in bright pink shorts. They don't know that yet, but they'll love it, I promise. So that's our new Rush uniforms rather than the black. Outside of pickleball, like something I would love to follow is the F1. I'll always try to watch the races or turn off my social media the next day and rewatch it the next day. It's just like a little nerdy hobby I've picked up in the last year and a half. F1 fan for McLaren, they're my F1 team, preferably Oscar, but happy with any results from McLaren. Getting into it the last year after watching Drive to Survive, obviously, that's I think how everyone gets into it. This is my vision board and all my family and my nieces and nephews. I've got 5 older brothers, so just some goals for the year, just to feel good this year and achieve my best, and yeah. So we're out here at Runaway Bay where I coach some of my pickleball lessons. Tiana is my favorite pickleball lesson I coach. We've been working together since the end of last year. We've seen a lot of improvement. Our next tournament is APC, so that's what we're getting ready for. Turning into like a team environment was definitely strange for me because I'd never worked in a team sport before. I'd played tennis and then I was a high-level swimmer. Now I'm captain. Captain of Eastern Rush. Nice little promo. Done coaching for the afternoon. Now we're moving into team training for rush practice for tomorrow. We've got Lauren here from the States, Lucas is the local boy, and Nick is our super sub for the weekend. Alright, welcome to the Eastern Rush. We've got Lucas Pascoe, my first pick. I've trained with Lucas and played mixed with Lucas throughout last year, and we know he's a great player, and if I didn't pick him, he would have been gone by the time the second round came through.
I was like playing on my PS4, I didn't realise the draft was even on, so I was on my game. But then she was texting me and I was like, oh, okay. And then after that I hopped off and then I like watched the draft and then I think she asked me about like who to pick, and so yeah, I was pretty excited.
We have Lauren, who was my second pick. Lauren I met last year at the UK Open and I knew she was a great player. I was shocked when she was still there that late in the second round, so I had to pick her up.
I was actually in school when the draft was happening, so I didn't even know that I was going to get picked. But I'm really happy to be partnering up with Katy. I love her energy on the court, and she's just a really fiery player and helps bring my energy up.
And then we have Nick Mao subbing in for Ariane as our super sub this weekend. And we trained with Nick on the Gold Coast. He's a familiar face. He played really well last weekend at the Vietnamese 𝐊𝐿𝐴. Oh, that was
You're going so well.
Played really well last week at the Vietnam PPA, and we got the call Sunday night that Ariane wouldn't be coming, so it just felt like the right pick for us this weekend.
Me and Katy have had a few encounters in some of the PPAs. We've had some good 3-set matches, so it'll be fun to play on the same side as her this weekend. I think as a girl, she's like one of the most powerful, so it'll be good to have some of that put away power in mix, which I'm not normally used to.
If we had to pick a song that describes Rush, probably be Rush by 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴.
Will you sing that for her?
Nope. Our biggest win as a team, our probably most impressive when we beat the Crocs in New Zealand, who have gone, I think, almost undefeated outside of that. So we beat them 3-1, which was a pretty comfy win.
And now we have game point and match point for the Eastern Rush. And there it is. So the Eastern Rush taking down the Gold Coast champions of the Northern Crocs.
Yeah, so I've had a lot of injuries from early on in my tennis career to straight into pickleball. Learning to deal with it comes with injuries over time. The first injury you have, you think you can push through it and keep going, but I learnt the hard way and had to have knee surgery at 15. Yeah, so at that New Zealand event, we had a really tough day on court, honestly. We came up to the finals against Danny and Michelle. First set, we played really well. Everything was coming together.
Point game.
Second set, we're starting to lose, but it was still a close match. Everyone was playing really well, and Rose had decided to mention that she was starting to feel pain in her wrist, but you niggle it every now and again on the court. But obviously it just got worse and worse as we were playing. When we took a medical, we tried to switch up some strategies. When we came back, she was in pain. I tried to play the left, but there was nothing we could really do to avoid them hitting to her sore hand.
I know that Van Reef is probably hurting a little bit, but yeah, that's a timeout there. Oh no, it's over. Oh my goodness, I'd say that's due to Van Reek's wrist.
It was hard on me because I had not won a PPA Women's yet. Rose has won a few. So I was a little devastated because we were so close, but I think it comes with the sport and it was out of my control and definitely a bit heartbreaking, but that's part of it. As someone who's had a lot of injuries in the past, supporting your partners, you actually work out, it's really important to have that and to also make your partner feel like it's okay for them to pull out. There will always be another tournament. It is just pickleball at the end of the day. This year at the APC, I think players and fans can expect a really fiery me, and everyone wants to win, and this is my first APC, so I'll be competitive just like normal, but off the court I also want to interact with everyone and the juniors and the seniors and all the different age groups and levels that will be around. So playing with partners I've already played with before helps with the wanting to win and the team chemistry as well.
I'm very competitive myself. I want her to win, but she's not a good loser. We have to deal with that. And we get the phone call. Yeah.
What's the phone call like?
Oh, that was terrible. Anyway.
Thanks for joining me for a day in my life. I hope to see you all at the Australian Pickleball Champs and hopefully you get to see me win everything.